Hello everybody and welcome to this video where I will talk about the introduction to YOUrkey rental management and what it's like to work with us, give you an idea of what you can expect, covering a wide range of topics. Today I want to not dive into each individual topic specifically, I'll cover those in additional videos, but I want to give you the overall view of what it could be like if you wanted to work with us. So YOUrkey rental management specializes in short-term rental management here in the Calgary area. We have over 12 employees. We've hosted over 12,000 nights in the last calendar year alone, and we're continuing to build in our community. We're really looking to focus in the Calgary market and expand as much as we can while providing a very high quality level of guest experience, but also that market-leading return that drives people to want to work with us. We're able to find synergies across all of our services in order to unlock the best rate of return for all of our properties under management. So if we look at the eligibility criteria that we use to assess potential new clients that would like to join our portfolio, we have 4 criteria. The first one is the primary property purpose. For us, this must be an investment property or an income generating property. Number 2 is average daily rate. So we will do an assessment and see if this property will meet our minimum threshold. We then look at the overall aesthetic appeal. Really, this is steeped in the competitiveness or overall competitiveness of the property because we want it to be as successful as possible for years to come. If you look in another video, I'll dive deeper into the design services that we help to offer to aid in this area. And then if we look at our final criteria, really this one is quite critical. It's the mindset of our customers. So what we want is anyone who's joining our portfolio to share the same mindset as we do. These are short-term rentals. They very much differ than long-term rentals, and we really look at that with a business mindset first. Now, if we shift over to our services and solutions, we have 4 key areas of what we provide through our management of a property. The first being the guest experience, and this is the lion's share of what we do. Property care, this dives more into the cleaning side of our business. Looking at safety and security. Now for me, there's many things that we do in this area. I'll cover it in a different video, but we do a lot to make sure that we are maintaining the integrity of the asset. And then performance optimization. When we look at this is really making sure that our properties are performing at their best. And if they're not, what we want to do is assess how we can then change that to make sure that property is performing as best as it can going forward. Our management fee is 25% of the gross nightly rate that a guest would pay. This is on every single reservation. Now, if we look at what is also included in our management fees beyond the services that we offer, there are some inclusions. The first being replenishment of guest consumables. The second being replenishment of linens and towels. If we look at the other additional financial items, cleaning fee. This cleaning fee is paid for by the guest and will be remitted to our company to cover the cost of cleaning, so no expense to our customers, so our clients. The tourism levy is 4% of the total revenue, and this is collected by us and remitted to the government of Alberta on your behalf. There's the GST as well. This is on an individual basis, so I don't go into too much detail because this varies by personal circumstances, so just know that GST would also be an additional financial item. And the final one being maintenance. So this could be lawn care, snow removal, and other maintenance that would occur during a property's life cycle. Now I'm going to cover 2 very common questions that I receive. The first being, is Calgary a good short-term rental market? I say Calgary is one of the best short-term rental markets. On airdna.co, which is the largest data provider for short-term rentals globally, rates our market as an A-. If you compare that to any other major market in Canada, this is one of the highest ratings. Now, it is getting more competitive, so competitiveness is on its way up, and with that, there's an increased number of listings, the quality of the competition is going up, and that's where having a professional management company really separates you from the pack and allows you to be competitive and still achieve a high rate of return. And Calgary is very much an Airbnb market. So we do host on Airbnb, VRBO, Marriott Homes and Villas, as well as other platforms. But for us, really, Calgary is an Airbnb market, so we go with the numbers on that one. The second most popular question that I get is, what is the best short-term rental property? So for me, I say there's no silver bullet. There's no one property that everyone should invest in and that you'll see the highest rate of return. For me, there's many pieces of information that go into this, and what we want to do is make sure we're considering each one of those pieces. Now, if you have certain preferences as a client, we'll take those into consideration as well. But for me, if I'm looking at a property, the first thing I want to look at is there something that separates this property from the pack? And what I call those are unique experience features, things that enhance a guest's experience. We're moving away from the days of providing a place to sleep to days of creating an experience. And that is a gradual process. And yes, creating an experience is not new, but that is becoming the norm. So we need to play in that space. And for me, there's a lot that we do. We create financial projections, 12-month financial projections that will allow you to see the estimated cash flow of that property should you host with us. And I say that because we offer a lot of solutions that help to optimize a property to reach its full potential. So what's next? If you enjoyed what you heard today, you have a good feeling about working with YOUrkey Rental Management, there's a couple steps which I'll outline at a high level here. Property sourcing. If you don't have a property already, let us know. We're happy to help in that process, again, to make sure that you get to that optimal rate of return by picking the best property. The design aspect. This is what I'm talking about in terms of experience, creating an ambiance that guests are going to want to stay in. Maybe it's something different, maybe it's something trendy. We have designers that we work with and we provide some design support there as well. That leads into the furnishing and setup. So if you are an outside investor from the province, or if you're outside the country, which many folks are as well, what we do is we manage the entire end-to-end process. So you never have to pick up keys, receive furnishings. We have everything in place in order to make sure that we seamlessly do that. We provide the professional photography and video as well, and we get the property marketed across all of our platforms. Now, if we look at the ongoing operations, this to me is when the setup project is done. We hand the keys over to our operations team who will run and maintain that property for its life cycle. That really is often the largest part of the process, and I've covered some of those items earlier in this video as well in terms of what we provide, but those are really the key steps that we expect to see next in the process. Now, if you want to get started with YOUrkey Rental Management, I'll put the contact information here on the screen quickly, but also I'll put it down in the description for you. What I want to leave you with is one last thing, and that's the accolades. This is really what makes me proud to be a part of YOUrkey Rental Management, a little bit of what we've accomplished so far to date. Now, I'm going to have a lot of other videos coming out that will dive deeper into specific sections. I know this was high level, it was intentional. Now I'm going to drill deeper into other videos so that you can get the information that you desire. Thank you again for tuning in, and have a good day.